Welcome back to Songus Arena, another stop on the ERA Real Estate Championship Series. This is the Women's Professional Gymnastics Championship, and let's go now to Andrea Joyce.
Perhaps the most intriguing story of this competition is Zmeskal's attempted comeback. She really hasn't competed since the 1992 Olympics, and now for the young woman who made gymnastics history at the tender age of 15, it is a long road back. This is the real world of gymnastics. No huge arenas washed with TV lights, no screaming fans, just work and sweat, ceaseless training that can seem brutal when measured against other sports. This is Zmeskal's home.
See it, real visual and patient. Get it? Yep.
22 years old, she's a woman now.
Here, like that was a really good one, but you're rushing this catch. It's like a similar.
Trying to make her body remember what was once routine.
Lay upside down first. Swing back. Good effort. Gotta get this down. If it worked once, can it work again? So you gotta do the same thing again.
I feel Kim's need to come back is that she has some form of unfinished business. I don't really think it means winning anything because she's won almost everything. She's been to an Olympic Games, she's been world champion X number of times. There's just some unfinished gymnastics business with her, and I think that's between her and gymnastics.
Kim and gymnastics, it's a relationship that began almost the moment she was born. In 1991, with legendary coach Bella Caroli, Kim became America's first world champion.
Everything was so easy. Like, you know, I'd just go from meet to meet. I would just be prepared for one after the other. And so Barcelona was kind of the same way. You know, it was just the next big meet, except for there was all the pressure from everybody else and from myself. And for myself thinking, this is your very last competition. You don't want to have anything to do with gymnastics afterwards, so make it your best one.
Imagine being called the next Mary Lou, America's best hope for gold. Imagine putting that weight on a 16-year-old's shoulders. In the first event, in her first Olympic Games, the burden proved too much. Some might say it's yet to be removed.
After 92, I had a lot of growing up to do, a lot of, you know, thinking that I had to do as far as like what direction do I want to take in my life. And, you know, for part of the while, I thought maybe the answer is to get away from the sport and, you know, just try to be a normal person and stuff. But, you know, it never completely made me happy.
Today, this is what makes the back-breaking race to recapture the joy of her sport.
I know that there are tons of girls around the country that are training for the same, you know, goals that I am. And I've been very fortunate to have reached those goals once in my life. If I can somehow make it there again, then I would be ecstatic about it. But at the same time, I'm still enjoying this day to day, and that's what has to be the most important thing for me right now.
Like most anything of value, the object of our strongest desire never comes easy.
Part of me wishes I could be like, you know, the upcoming juniors and the girls that are just now going senior and stuff. They don't have anybody watching over them, anybody, you know, taking anything they do critically. Whereas, you know, I'm kind of in a position more of where people are going to compare with, you know, what I was, you know, 5, 6 years ago. You know, I can take it as, you know, something positive or something negative, and I choose to take it in a positive way where, you know, I've been really fortunate that people have enjoyed watching me do gymnastics, and, you know, hopefully I'll have them on my side right now.
So Kim Zmeskal hopes for the best, training day after day with girls nearly half her age, teenagers who remember sitting in their homes, watching their TVs almost a decade ago, wishing that someday they might be the next Kim Zmeskal.
I think the people that don't try are the ones that lose the most. You know, I have nothing to lose right now. I'm not trying to prove anything to anyone, not to myself. I just really enjoy training, I really enjoy performing, and I still like competing.
Success is often contrary in bestowing its reward.
That's right. Good job.
But sometimes
Good job. That was a great one.
it touches those who are willing to dream.
I'm 22 years old. I've been very, very fortunate that my body is, you know, held up the way it has, and so I'm going to take advantage of, you know, what God's given me.
Kim Zmeskal trying to find the form that made her one of the best gymnasts in the world.
And Bill, this is a great lesson for young athletes that are watching Kim right now, to know that the reason to be involved in a sport is the process, to love the training and love what you're going through, even though it's difficult.
All right, Kim, let's go. You can do it.
And I think for Kim, it's going to be a tougher road than it would for somebody like Shannon Miller. She's had a lot of time off, and the sport is always growing and changing. However, she has really matured. It's impressive to see her attitude and her heart in this. And she still is a very talented athlete. This has always been Kim's weakest event. She's got to hit the Ginger release move right here. And that's big for her. That's the one that she was having all the problems with in training.
Come on.
To Kachev. And now she's setting up for her dismount. She waters it down slightly. She does it in a tuck position. And this is a huge step for Kim. This has always been a tough event for her. To get through this is a feat.
Big step. Big, huge step. Good job.
And I'll tell you, really, the score is almost irrelevant. What matters is that Kim made it through an uneven bar routine. Over time, she'll have to increase the difficulty, but she's off to a great start in her comeback here.
You know, like some simple little things are huge mile markers. That was a huge one.
And here's her release move. This is the one that she had a trouble on. Giant into that Ganger. This is a big confidence boost for her to be able to hit this routine. Little mistakes here and there, but it really doesn't matter that much. What matters is that she made it through a complete performance under some pressure. Now it's time to go back into the gym later and pick up where she left off. Maybe add some difficulty. This is great.
And the expression, I suspect, a mixture of relief and satisfaction after such a long layoff for Kim Zmeskal. And we're ready now with her score.
Saying like these meets are like coming exactly what they used to be like. This was like
9.70 for Kim Zmeskal. A solid score in the uneven bars. And we'll be back with more of the Women's Professional Gymnastics Championship in a moment.